Hey everybody, I hope that you're all doing well. What I was seeing in the pre-shuffle was 9 of Swords and 6 of Wands, and it was giving the feeling of working through something that could have felt like mentally tormenting in some way, or it can feel stressful to like think about it, to deal with it, or that like something has been going on that's been bringing up like fear, anxiety for you, or you could have felt like a restlessness mentally. Even having that 6 of Wands is connected with moving through that, with overcoming that. So there can be something mentally that you're overcoming at this point in working with yourself. There can be something going on with your thoughts, something going on with the station that you're tuned to. The first card that we have coming out is the Emperor. We also have 9 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So you can be like really tuning into the bigger picture here of what it is that you want, and be willing to do the groundwork to make that happen. You could be thinking like, what do I want for my life, or what's important to me right now? What matters to me right now? What may I need to do in order to secure that? Okay. We're starting off, we have the Emperor out. We also have Ace of Cups coming out too. This can be about what pours into your own cup. I'm doing that here. This can be like what makes me feel good, what allows me to feel connected. There can be maybe something going on emotionally, psychologically that you're connecting to. Maybe there's like a new spiritual practice that you are connecting to. Maybe there's something where you're like, I'm doing this because it feels good for me, and I feel like this is a way that I can treat myself kindly, or this is how I'm showing up for myself emotionally. This can also be like turning over a new leaf emotionally as well. Like you can be learning how to show up in a way that's connected with water, maybe in a way that you haven't developed yet, and that's what this new chapter is going to be about. And this is going to be something that like brings a sense of like more fulfilling connection into your life, something that feels like it's more nourishing for you at this point. So whether this be like I'm doing a new spiritual practice, or I'm trying to be more mindful within my connections, or I'm working on this emotionally, there is something that's going on here, and it feels like I like to see aces as kind of a portal that's there, and you can decide whether that's something you want to go through or not. And because we have the Emperor here, this is something that like on an individual level, this will be something that matters to you, and it will be something that's connected with like the broader scope of your life right now. Because I do see Emperor as being connected with like all the important stuff, all the significant stuff that you have going on right now, like all of the relevant things within your life right now. So this will be a relevant chapter that you are opening that is connected with the bigger picture of your life currently. A step in that direction. And I mean, this can be something too where you're like, maybe I've been neglecting myself a little bit and I want to reconnect, or maybe I've just been feeling like things are really bland and I want some more intimacy. So it's going to be something like that, that when we have Ace of Cups, it is the potential of starting something where we will feel more of a sense of connection than we are feeling, or it will be to renew. Whatever it is, it's going to enliven a sense of connection within our lives. And it's something too where you can be nurturing your intuition, you can be like nurturing yourself psychologically, emotionally. There can be more of a gravitation towards love. I am seeing a lot of things that are connected with future here, progress, where things are moving, even like a distant location that you have in mind. Hi-yo. Hi, you want to come up? Okay. Hi, baby. I get this sense that, like, as far as personally where you are with things, I feel like there's a lot of distance that you've been covering, like a lot of progress that you've been making. I'm seeing the Queen of Wands here, and with the Queen of Wands, we all see O's beautiful green eyes. With the Queen of Wands, this is about like how we feel about ourselves. So part of it, among other things, so you can be like making progress, like feeling like you're starting a new chapter that is connected with like sort of where you want to be going is what this feels like. And for yourself, like this will occur to you on an individual level. Like this will be important to you personally, because we have both the Emperor and we have Queen of Wands. This is fire energy. This is like what I want to be doing with my life, but I feel more so on a level of I feel more so on a level of like, where do I want to be with myself and what's going to allow me to feel good in a genuine way. Like, I don't know why, but like having Emperor and having Queen of Wands here, it feels like maybe there's something that you're doing like physically, or maybe there's something that you're doing creatively. It's going to have to do with authentic self-expression. And if there's anywhere where you're not in a place where you're sort of like exuding an energy that you want to be exuding, whether this be like personality, or this be within your relationships, or this be physically, or this be like mentally the vibe that you want to be giving off, or like spiritually the vibe that you want to be giving off, energetically the vibe that you want to be giving off, there can be some type of goal that you have here that you're like, I'm realizing that like this is going to help me feel more connected with myself, more connected with my journey. This is something that I want to do, and I feel like it's a plan it's like a multi-step plan here that's coming about. This doesn't feel like if I do this now, it'll all be resolved tomorrow. It's like every day you may feel better and better and better, but this may be something that is going to take a little bit of time to do. Just saying that because I'm seeing Three of Wands here. Like, I feel like this is something that there will be steps to this process, and you can feel like this is doing something for you where you'll feel more connected and you'll feel good about yourself. So this is a way that you're showing up for yourself where you feel more connected with yourself, like more in love even with yourself. So this can be a move that you're making in that direction. Because we have fire here, I would say, we have fire and we have water here. There's something physically that you can be doing that is going to feel like it nourishes you internally as well. Like, I just feel like the most obvious, like we have Emperor, fire, we have Three of Wands, fire, we have Queen of Wands, fire. When we see fire, it means that we are taking action in some type of way. So there's going to be a physical translation to what you're doing. So this can be something like, I'm gonna walk every day because I think that's something that I need to be doing for myself. Or I'm going to like start exercising, or I'm going to start, because we also have cups here, like maybe I'm going to do like a meditative practice, or maybe I'm going to try yoga, or or maybe I'm going to like dress in this certain way because this is like the vibe that I'm feeling now. It's going to be something having to do with I feel for your body actually can be connected with what it is that you're doing. And it's going to be something about harnessing your individuality and expressing that in some way, and this being infused with like some practice of self-love. And I get that like every day, every minute, every moment, this can be something that's building, but because we have an ace here, it feels like this is the beginning of this happening. And because we have the Three of Wands, I feel like this is going to be a multi-step process that you're going to be taking, and it's for you. This is not for someone else's gaze, even though like eventually like other people I'm sure will be aware of this. It feels more like I'm doing this because even if I were on an island alone, like I would want to be doing this for myself. It's going to be that type of thing where like you're not doing it for somebody else. Aries, you're doing it for yourself. This is for your own preferences, for what you want for you, like as an individual. What is the most authentic self-expression? Is there anything that's blocking me from that? Is there anything that's blocking my connection from myself? Is there anywhere where I'm not feeling good about things and I'm not taking action on that? I'm going to take action now. So you can feel like you're having some something coming up where there's like some type of inspiration, something that you're connecting with within the energy where you are ready to take action based off of that. And because we have Aries here, there could be like a more militant way of you doing this, a more organized way of you doing this, or more like, I'm going to take action on it now. I don't want to wait anymore. I want to do this right now. Like, all we have is the present moment. And so this can be something that you're going to be doing. I will say that you're going to have to be consistent with this. This is something that you're going to have to stick with. I don't think that this is going to be an overnight thing. This feels like it's going to be something that it takes a little bit. Meaning, like, every step is going to count. And also, too, I feel like this is going to span over a period of time. That's just the type of process that this is. Because I'm seeing, like, you have somewhere where you want to go. This is something, overall, whatever this is that you're working on, this is going to be something that allows you to feel like you are in a place of honest self-expression, authentic self-expression, some aspect of yourself. In a way that you may not fully be, and you are beginning, you're seeing, like, this is important to me, or this is an aspect of my self-expression that I want to connect with, that I haven't been totally connected with. And now I'm going to be doing something about it, and it's going to be a work in progress for a little bit. And Ace is just the beginning. You are just going through that portal. But I feel too like, you know, that if you do this, you know where it's going to take you. That's what I feel like is the three of Wands is alluding to. If I go through this portal, I know eventually where that is going to lead me. I know the destination. I can see that. If I just take these steps, it will go in that direction. And so I feel like you know what the finish line actually is going to look like. I'm also hearing something about self-respect. I do feel like respect has to do with the Queen of Wands, like that's part of it too. And because it's a Queen of Wands, it means that we have to tune into ourselves to understand something about our true nature and about our authenticity here, to make sure that it's not like I'm taking this on because that person thinks this of me and I feel like I should be doing this because like that's what's being expected. This is like, no. We cleanse from that energy and connect with your core, which is this Ace of Cups, and say, like, what do I want to be embodying here? So it's an aspect of your soul that's coming through and saying, I want to be expressed. So how can I answer that call? How can I make moves here that are going to honor that? How can I develop this within myself? And this is something that's going to bring you closer with yourself, because we have the Ace of Cups here. So this is something where it's like, externally, I'm going to take action. And internally, this is something that's going to bring me into more of a place of love with myself. And maybe in a way that you're not totally feeling right now. Like maybe there's something going on that you don't feel great about or you don't feel good about. But that's not your normal state of being. So this is actually bringing you back into your normal, natural state of being that you feel when you are in alignment. So maybe also too, you're recognizing, oh, like I'm not in alignment in this place within my life. This is my opportunity to do that. I'm going to take these steps. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to feel great because I'm doing that. Then I'm doing it for me. And also too, when we have the Emperor, we have to take charge. I'm taking responsibility for this, and I'm going to do it. Yeah, so much fire energy here. We have the Sun coming out. I feel like this is going to allow you to feel fulfilled in a way that you're realizing you haven't been. And it can be with something that you've been actively putting your energy into, that you want to turn this around a bit here. You want to feel a sense of connection that you haven't been feeling. I will say this too, some of you, because I'm seeing the Eight of Cups here, if there's anything that you've been actively maintaining this can be the time when you switch hands. Because maybe there's something that, if you have anything going on that actively conflicts with you doing this now, it may be a time where you do something about that. It may be a time where you're going to like do some sort of release. A change is going to need to be made. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in that same rut, stuck in that same cycle. And that can be something that you don't want to be doing at this point anymore. You can be like, I've been going around and around, and I want to feel something that I haven't been feeling. And so I have to make this change. We have Aries and we have the sun here. The sun loves to be in the sign of Aries. This is understanding our core and making like solid steps, taking action in a way that the internal and external is aligned with one another, and not being deterred by anything. Because we have Aries, which is ruled by Mars. Mars is, I'm going to do it until I accomplish it. I'm not going to give up. Like, by any means, I will be doing this. I will be making this happen. And this is coming from the most, like, loving place within you. So it's a great motivation. It's a very pure motivation that you would be having here. And I feel like some stuff is going to fall at the wayside doing this. Like, some stuff is going to fall away that it's not the time or the place for you to be in anymore. Because you know, if I keep doing this and if I don't make these changes now, I know where that's going to go. I'm having this moment of insight here. Is that something that I want? And you can be tired of it. I don't want to feel disappointed by where the future is going because I'm not making these changes now. But it may be something that you do, Emperor and Eight of Cups. You may have to take something upon yourself and take action. You know, like if you're not happy with something that you've been upkeeping within your life, it can be the time where you do something about it, because like for a better future for yourself, which you're going to eventually come into the present moment of that. Will you be happy when you arrive? Or is it going to be the same thing and you feel disappointed still, or like lackluster still? I feel as well like this is very intuitively involved. Like you have to be grounded and you have to be tuned inward in order to fully hear this and understand this. Otherwise, it's something that if you're not looking more closely, it can pass you by very much. The deeper understanding of what this means. Like you have to really be open-hearted here, and you have to really be connected here. Be honest with yourself about the way that you feel or don't feel about certain things in order to create this chapter, in order to go through this portal. Otherwise, you may be staying within a situation that you have the opportunity to start this chapter. It feels like it's going to challenge some other stuff that you have going on that may actively conflict with this. May actively keep you in a place that you don't want to be. May actively be keeping you aligned with something that is not resonating with you anymore. With the Emperor and the Sun, you have to be the one to do something about this. This is your call to action. If you don't do it, nobody will, is the feeling that I'm getting from seeing the Emperor and the Sun. So you're going to have to initiate this. And I do feel like there is a practical side of this as well. I'm seeing 3-3 here. I do get the sense that this is a time of being like, I want this to be happening, and I'm recognizing that like this is the place that I want to be in. Seeing where you are now and calculating how to get from here to there. And that's what's going on here. So there is a thought about, from the present moment, what actions, what steps need to be taken in order to get to this destination that you want to get to. Go for it. So like boxing all of this in, we have Emperor and we have Sun, and then we have Queen of Wands and we have Page of Wands. So it feels like there's something that, some type of fire energy that is containing all of this. So I do feel like you're gonna have to tap into your fire energy. Anything that is going to feed that. There are lots of different ways to feed your fire energy. If you're curious about this and nothing is like coming to mind immediately, you can look it up and you will find things. Things that motivate your Mars energy, things that motivate your Sun energy, things that motivate any fire placements that you have. First house is a great place to start. First house in the natural birth chart is ruled by Aries. So regardless of what your rising sign is, connect with your first house. That will be helpful here. Because this is all coming back to Emperor and the Sun. This is coming back to self. And where am I not fully expressing myself? Where I'm understanding that I can be, and I may need to do some things in order to fully step into that. And this is the beginning of that happening. Now, why would it be worth it to you to have to take the steps that this would require of you? Like, what can motivate you here to go through this process? The Ace of Cups is a promise that if you do go through this portal, the Ace of Cups will deliver you to the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is a feeling. When we're feeling in the Ten of Cups, it is, I'm looking around at my life and I love it. I am in love with my life. And not from a place of like, it's not really in alignment, but I'm just telling myself that I love it. This is like genuinely, I don't have to convince myself. The happiness, peace, and fulfillment I feel within my life is a byproduct of me making choices that are in alignment with my core, with my soul, from a place of purified intention. And that will be the feeling. So if there's something going on within your life where you're not feeling that, this is an invitation. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.